All right, welcome parents. My name is Mr. Brown or Adam Brown. I am one of the two computer science essentials teachers, and with me tonight is...
Hi, my name is Mr. Lee. I'm the other CSE teacher.
Welcome to our computer science essentials Bitmoji classrooms. Tonight we're going to just introduce a little bit about who we are and our courses. Again, my name is Mr. Brown. I have been teaching the engineering and computer science department at Dublin High School for 7 years now. This is my 9th year teaching. Currently this year, I am teaching just the Computer Science Essentials course and AP Computer Science Principles. I have a 1.5-year-old at home. I've been happily married now for 9 years. And the dog in my Bitmoji classroom is my husky Melody that is always making an appearance within my Zoom classroom lately.
And my name is Mr. Lee. I've been a high school teacher for 14 years now. I primarily teach math, but since last year, I also teach computer science. This year, I have computer science essentials, geometry, and AP statistics. I am happily married to a math teacher from another high school. I have 4 sons, 3 of whom want to be computer scientists. All right, so a little bit about the course. We are following the Project Lead the Way curriculum for Computer Science Essentials. The 3 major sections of Computer Science Essentials are MIT App Inventor, where your students will be designing and programming and creating their own games and apps. Then we'll move into VEX Robotics, where students will program autonomous vehicles. And then Python, and more Python. So Python is the majority of the curriculum.
So how can students be successful? They need to attend all Zoom sessions. We only get them twice a week for 75 minutes. They need to have their cameras on. They need to participate. They need to have the sound on at all times so that they can hear us speaking. And if they're working with a peer, they can hear their peer speaking. They shouldn't be trying to multitask with music in the background if they're ever working with peers or in those Zoom sessions, all right? The last one, bring energy, bring enthusiasm. When Mr. Lee or myself ask a question in class, we want to see a lot of answers. We want people to post in the chat. We want people to come off microphone or mute and talk to us, all right? Usually this is a heavily project-based classroom, and it still is. So in an actual classroom, it's very noisy. Students are working, it's a little chaotic. And that's kind of what we want to see in our Zoom classrooms as well, while they're working with their partners and on assignments and projects. So students need to learn to work well in pairs. And lastly, there will be very few lectures because it's a project-based classroom. So those Zoom sessions are going to be really important for when we do have those lectures and we are working on joint assignments and projects so that students are getting all of they possibly can out of those 75-minute periods before they go and work on their individual parts of the assignments and projects in between class time sessions.
Here are some more tips on how to be successful. Students will ask questions, lots of questions. Like Mr. Brown said, we don't want a quiet, dull, we want it to be lively. And anytime there's questions, we want students to ask questions. That's one of the most important skills we want students to develop in this course is to ask lots of questions. Also, hard work in and out of the class. When we're in class, that time is really precious time to collaborate with colleagues, to talk to the teacher. So we want everyone focused 100% in class, and also there's going to be work out of class to finish projects and work on homework. So discipline, self-discipline is really key. There is office hours and directed intervention times, and those are there to support your students. If assigned, then if a student is assigned to intervention, it is required. It is not optional. Homework. Practice the skills. We're going to use a program called Codecademy again this year. It's really good for learning the skills of coding. And make sure that you're completing all assignments and projects in a timely manner. Late work. We will accept late work. So if students are not able to keep up with the work on time, they should email their teachers immediately for help. And if they complete the work, complete late work will in most cases be accepted for some point recovery. It has to be complete though.
So how are students going to be graded in CSE? Homework, again, is Codecademy tutorials for both practice and further learning, as well as finishing any work that is not completed in class. That could be assignments or projects. We will follow the district grading policy, but for our particular class, participation in classwork, so those Zoom sessions, will make up 45% of a student's grade. Projects, which will start in Zoom sessions and then go out, will make up 25%. Assessments will make up 20%. And an online portfolio where students will host and show off who they are as programmers and engineers will make up that last 10%. Plagiarism is taken very seriously at our school, and particularly in this class, since many of the students might want to join the engineering academy. If a student is caught for any instance of plagiarism, they will not be able to enter into the engineering academy, and they could, if they are already in the engineering academy, instantly get removed. So please take the zero. Don't finish it. Ask for help. Plagiarism is never the answer. All right. Just reach out and ask for support.
Extra help. Just email your teacher if you need extra help. In addition to us, there's lots of other resources that are available to your students online. If they just go to Canvas, there's several pages of support, instructions, and all sorts of help that are available in Canvas. Also, if they use Codecademy, Codecademy is set up specifically to support them and to walk them through the skills they need as coders step by step. In addition, we want your students to be very resourceful. Every answer to just about every question they could come up with in this entire class can be found in Google. There are many different programmers that upload answers, and there's many different forums like Stack Overflow and lots of different forums specifically designed for people that have these kind of questions. So please utilize technology wisely. Also, there are hub tutors. These hub tutors are not necessarily specifically for computer science, but they can help with some of the math and logic and just some of the programming, some of the ideas behind the programming. Those are the times that hub tutors are available. Those are free tutors for your students. Finally, intervention versus office hours. So there's two ways that your students can meet with the teachers one-on-one. One is through intervention. Intervention is primarily assigned by teachers to students that are struggling or students that are behind in terms of their grade, that are not meeting the academic standards. However, students can ask their teacher if they can meet with them during intervention time. That's perfectly fine to do, and we encourage that. Also, there's office hours available according to the school schedule. Office hours are drop-in, first come, first serve. Office hours are a great way to meet with your teacher.
Our needs, how can you help us? We are having a virtual mentor program this year, so if you want to help participate in that, you can. We're also looking for virtual guest speakers in computer science, engineering, biomedical science. We're going to try and do some virtual field trips. So if your office or workspace is still open or you're doing some cool work at home, we're looking for opportunities like that. We're also always looking for corporate partners and family partners. Large funding donations go towards technology and specialized equipment. Materials donations, once we're back in our classrooms, will also be very gladly accepted, like tissues, glue sticks, etc. And for right now, you could also do some monetary donations to the Academy. Underneath this video on the homepage, you'll see a link towards the student web store where you can go ahead and make a donation directly to the Engineering Academy. For instance, for your students, we were able to purchase free pro accounts for Codecademy. So your students don't have to pay for that, and they get access to all of that plethora of resources, all right?
All right, finally, how can your students contact, how can you or your students contact us, the teachers? There are our emails. For Mr. Brown, it's just brownadam@dublinusd.org. For Mr. Lee, it's leethomas@dublinusd.org. We encourage you to contact us anytime you have questions or concerns.
Thank you very much for supporting us. We really look forward to helping your students and teachers this year, and it's been a pleasure. Thanks.